Very good evening, my dear friends. Today I have a question for you people regarding OS, other sources. Look at this question. Mr. Prabhakar furnishes the following particulars of his income investments of his investment for the previous year 1890 previous year 1819. So rupees 60,000, 8% municipal debentures. It means 60,000 into 8 divided by 100 is over. So it's taxable under OS. Rupees 90,000, 10% Karnataka state government loan. So 90,000 into 10 divided by 100 over. So 9,000 is to be taxable. Next 60,000, 7% capital investment bonds of Government of India. It is fully tax free under section 10 subsection 15. ಈ ಥರದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟನ್ನು ಥಿಯರಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಥಿಯರಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾರು ಥಿಯರಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಂಥ ಥಿಯರಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ಥಿಯರಿ, ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಟು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಥಿಯರಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನಿಂಗ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ interest on tax-free government securities. It is comes under tax-free government securities. That's why it is not comes under OS. So it is put a note. Okay, 7% capital investment bonds is tax-free. Next, rupees 60,000, 18% tax-free debentures of Z Company Limited. So here clearly stated that tax-free debentures, it should be gross up. First 60,000 into 18 divided by 100. 60,000 into 18 divided by 100 into 100 divided by 90. It should be gross up. 60,000 ಮೇಲೆ 18% ಮಾಡಿ 18% ಮಾಡಿದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ 100 divided by 90 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. 60,000 ಇಂಟು 18 divided by 100 into 100 divided by 90 ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಇದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ he also received the same previous year. So continue part is here. He also received during the same previous year also ಈ previous year ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. rupees 6,000 interest on central government securities, it is taxable 6,000. rupees 6,000 as interest on state government, it is taxable OS, tax ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. rupees 2,700 interest on debentures of X company limited non listed, it should be gross up. ಸೊ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 2,700 ಇಂಟು 100 divided by 90 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ rupees 4,500 as interest on fixed deposit with bank. Fixed deposit with bank, it is taxable under OS. So write down, taxable under OS under section 56 section 1 and 56 section 2. Rupees 3,000 interest loan given to ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ನಿಂದ ಏನೇ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಹಣ ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. 50,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಈ ರಿಲೇಟಿವಿಂದ ಲೋನನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಲೋನ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್. ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ನೋಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ OS. ದೆನ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್. he paid rupees 3,000 as commission to his banker for collecting interest on securities. It is comes under section 57. ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ he paid rupees 3,300 as commission ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. Only 300 commission is given, should not be allowed under section 57. But here to is a banker for collecting interest, then only it is comes under 57. ಇದು ಬರೀ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಕಮಿಷನನ್ನು ಎದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟೋಣ, ಎದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್. ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಬರೀ ಈ ಪೇಡ್ rupees 300 as ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಟು ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ compute is income from other sources. Okay, ನೋಡೋಣ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಬೋರ್ಡ್. Sir, this is the question which is not arising in VS past year question paper, which is a common question. It may arise in the next coming question paper, next examination. coming examination. Here Mr. Prabhakar furnishes IFOS in income from other sources of Mr. Prabhakar for the assessment year 2019-2020. So first, the first item was 8% municipal MUNICIPL municipal debentures. Municipal debentures is purely local authority debentures. It's not comes under types of securities. Types of securities ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ 4 types of securities ನಲ್ಲಿ commercial securities ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So 8% municipal debentures. So 60,000 into 8%, 4,800. Next, second point, 10%. I mean this one, first one, rupees 60,000, 8% municipal debenture. Second one, 10 per 90,000 out of 90,000, 10% Karnataka state government loan. So here 90,000, 10% state government loan, 90,000 is given. So 90,000 into 10 divided by 100. So 9,000. Next, third point, rupees 60,000, 60,000, 7% investment capital investment bonds of Government of India. It is fully tax free. 7% capital investment bonds, it is tax free, just put nil. Next, fourth point, rupees 60,000, 18% tax free debentures of X Company Limited. Interest on tax free debentures. Tax free debentures of Z Company Limited. So 60,000 is given. 60,000 into 100 divided by 18 divided by 100 into 100 divided by 90. It should be gross up. First 60,000 ಮೇಲೆ 18% ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೋ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ 100 divided by 90 ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. 12,000. Next, fifth point, he also received during the previous year one by one rupees 6,000 interest on central government securities. Interest on central government securities. Securities 6,000. Next, interest on state government securities. So amount was 6,000, same. Next, so here rupees 2,700 has interest on debentures of X Company Limited. So interest on debenture comes under commercial securities. It should be gross up. Interest on debentures of X Company Limited, gross 2,700 into 100 divided by 90, because it should be gross of debentures. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್, ಇದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್, ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಾಲಿಟಿ ಬೇರೆ, ಕಂಪನಿ ಬೇರೆ. ಸೊ 3,000. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 8th ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, rupees 4,500 as interest on fixed deposit. Interest on fixed deposits. Interest on fixed deposits 4,500. So last point is given. Rupees 3,000 interest on loan given to relative. It is not comes under OS. It is purely personal purpose. So put a note. Okay. Among these items, among these values, I mean, make them this total. Make them 45,300 is the gross total gross income. I mean 6,000, 2,000, okay, 4,500 is over. Next 45,300 is the gross income. So subtract under section deduction under section 57. So 57 amount is given. Commission paid to banker for commission paid to banker for collecting interest on securities. Interest on securities amount was 300. So subtract, the balance will be 45,000. 45,000. Here I would like to brought notice to you people. I made a mistake while explaining the question. Interest on loan given to relative is to be ignored. ಅವಾಗ ನಾನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಲೋನ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ನ ತಗೋಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 56 ಸಬ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 1 ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಏನು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 56 ಸಬ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 1 all the other incomes which are not forming part of other four heads will fall under this category ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. all interest other than interest on securities ಅಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 56 ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 1 ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇದನ್ನ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ OS ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 48,500. ಸೊ ಲೆಸ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂತ as per 56 subsection 1 interest on loan given to relative it's to be taxable under OS as per 56 subsection 1 of IT Act 1961. Less deduction under section 57. Under section 57 interest on commission point was commission paid to his banker for collecting interest. For collecting interest on securities. So amount is 300. So subtract 300 from grand total gross income. Out of 43,300 minus 300, 48,000 is OS. It is taxable OS. Then you people write down the two notes which is regarding 7% capital investment bonds. It is tax free. Then you can write down regarding interest on loan given to relative is taxable under section 56 subsection 1. It is fully tax free under section 10 subsection 15. You can write down the two notes after completion of this. Okay, I have another two questions to explain to you people. You can touch with this video. I mean keep touch with this video. Keep touch with this video. Who or yet not to subscribe this channel, YouTube channel, better you people subscribe this channel for more videos or for more upcoming videos. Keep with us who are happy to learn with me or happy to learn with our YouTube channel. Who yet not to subscribe my YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you. But I have a questions. Keep touch with the video or look at another question for you people. Look at this question. Mr. Sunil, who is a resident of India, furnished the following particulars of his investment for the previous year. From the previous year 1890 previous year. This is a old book I have. That's why I'm changing the year. ನಾನು ತಳಬಕ್ಕಿರೋ ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಇಯರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್. Rupees 40,000 from interest National Defence Bond 1980. It is tax free. It should not be comes under OS. It is tax free under section 10 subsection 15. Next, rupees 40,000 rupees 40,000 in post office saving bank account which earns interest at 3.5 per annum. 40,000 into 3.5 40,000 into 3.5 1,400. 40,000 into 3.5 divided by 100. What? Okay, 1,400. In theory concept, I was explained any interest on post office SBI account does not exceed 3,500. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಬಿ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂದ 3,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿವರೆಗೂ, ಈಗ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ 3,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಣ ಏನೇ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ. 3,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನಾದರೂ 1,400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರೋ ಬದಲಾಗಿ 4,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ 1,400 ಇಫ್ earnest interest on post office SBI account 4,000 instead of 1,400, excess is 500. ಇದೇ 1,400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರೋ ಬದಲು 4,000 ಬಂದಿದ್ದರೆ 4,000 3,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ 500 ಮಾತ್ರ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, 500 rupees. ಇಫ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ 1,400, if interest on post office SBI account earned 4,000, then excess is only 500 is taxable under OS. But here less than 3,500, that's why it's not comes under OS. Rupees 60,000 in fixed deposit account with Andhra Bank on which 6% interest. So 6% interest, 6,000 into 6 divided by 100, 3,600 is taxable. 3,600 rupees. Fourth point, 10% 8,000 interest, 80,000 debenture listed of T company, not X company, not any Z company. So that's why it should be allowed only 10%. I mean 8,000 is to be taxable, should not be grasped. ಇದನ್ನು ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಾರಿ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂತೆ, ಟಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂತ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಝಡ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂತ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ನೇಮ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್, ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, so 8,000 only taxable. Next, rupees 8,000 interest received on national development bonds, it is to be taxable, 8,000. Okay, next, rupees 40,000 7-year post office national savings certificate interest at 7% is payable on the same year. It is tax free under section 10 subsection 15. I was explaining regarding this interest on any interest on central government securities like interest on post office national saving certificate is tax free, 10 section 15. Under kinds of securities ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು 10-15 ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ rupees 4,000 ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ, 4,000 ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು OS. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 10% UP state electricity bonds, okay, 40,000 into 10 divided by 100, 4,000 is to be chargeable to tax. 4,000 should be chargeable. Next, rupees 1,800 received by an account payee check. So, my dear friends, keep it in your mind. Any interest received account by check as interest on debenture should not be grasped because it does not reach 2,500. 2,500 ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಚೆಕ್ಕಿಂದ ಏನೇ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅದು 2,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ 100/90 ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈಗ 1,800 ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ದ 1,800 ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ mentioned under OS should not be grasped because account payee check has interest on debentures in bracket listed of a company in which public or substantially any interest received through the paying check if exceeds more than 2,500 then only you can grasp up 100/90. I mean example 3,000 or 2,800. Example 2,800 into 100/90. If it's less than 2,500 then only you can show 1,800 because account pay ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಚೆಕ್ಕಿಂದ ನಾವು ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದನ್ನು 100/90 ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು 1,800 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 2,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ 1,800 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಇದನ್ನು ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲಷ್ಟೇ, ಎಲ್ಲ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಚೆಕ್ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ rupees 1,44,000 9% ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಂಗ್ರಾ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಪೇಯಬಲ್ 31st December. ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಇಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎನಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆರ್ ಆಗ್ರಾ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟೆಡ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಹಂಗಾಗಿ 1,44,000 into 9/100 into 100/90 compulsory. It should be gross up. 1,44,000 into 9/100 is the rate of interest and compulsorily it should be gross up 100/90. Okay. Last one, gift from father-in-law. Any gift from relatives should not be taxable. Other than relative, if exceeds 50,000 then only taxable. ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಸಿಂದ ಏನೇ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರ್ ದೆನ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಸಿಂದ ಬಂದರೆ ಅದು ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 50,000 ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಹೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸ್ಮಿಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ 1920. Next observe the board. I will show this solution on the board. Everybody should concentrate on solution while solving on the whiteboard. Sunil, who is resident of India, furnished the following particulars of his investment for the previous year 2018 and 19. Here I have explained total question. The first point was rupees 40,000 from interest on National Defence Fund. It is tax free. First one, write down and put nil. Interest from National NDF, National Defence Gold Bonds. ND National Defence Gold Bonds nil 1980. I mean 1980. So 1980 year bonds. So nil. Next, second point. Interest on post office SB account. Interest on post office SB account. Post office SB account at 3.5 interest. At 3.5. So here amount was 40,000. 40,000 into 3.5. The amount, the balance will be 1,500. 1,500, but maximum limit rupees 3,500 up to 3,500 tax free. So this amount is less than 3,500, that's why nil. If exceeds, example 4,000. So excess 500 is to be taxable. So here 1,500, so 1,400, but maximum limit is 3,500. Maximum limit rupees 3,500. ಇದು 4,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇದು ಬರೀ 1,400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ 3,500 ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ಸ್. Interest on fixed deposits. Interest on fixed deposits amount is given 60,000. Rate of interest is also given rupees 60,000 in fixed deposit account with Andhra Bank, on which interest at 6% payable. In bracket Andhra Bank. Andhra Bank. So 6 into 6, 3,600. Next, fourth point, 10% rupees 80,000 debentures listed T company. It's not a T company, so it's not any like X company, Z company like that. So do not grass up. Then grass up ಮಾಡಬಾರದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Interest on debentures of T company. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ನೇಮ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಸೊ 8,000. Next, interest on rupees 8,000 interest received on national development bonds. Interest on national development bonds. Development bonds 8,000. ಈ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಈ ಬಿಡಿಸೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟು ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ತ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, rupees 40,000 in 7-year post office national savings certificate, interest at 7% payable on the same year. It is tax free. Interest on post office national saving certificates, so nil. Next, seventh point, rupees interest on debentures. Interest on debentures from cooperative society. ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ ಬಂತು ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಸೊ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ 4,000. Next, eighth point, 10% UP Uttar Pradesh state electricity bond. 10% on UP state Uttar Pradesh state electricity bonds. So you can write down 40,000 into 10 divided by 100. 40,000 into 10 divided by 100, 4,000. Next, ninth point, interest received. Interest on debentures or interest received by account to pay check. On interest on debentures does not exceed does not exceed 2500. So no TDS allowed. So as usual, you can write down 1800. The question doesn't arise as gross up. Then finally last point, 10th point, interest on debentures or interest on 10th point, interest on shortcut INT, interest on debentures of Agra Municipal Corporation. So amount is 1,44,000. 1,44,000 into here given rate of interest 9%. So 9% into 100 divided by 90 because tax free. Interest on tax free debentures. Interest on tax free debentures of Agra Municipal Corporation 1,40,000. 9% is interest. It should be gross up 100 divided by 90. The amount will be 14,400. Then gross amount will be, make the total. The amount will be, last point is given, gift from father-in-law should not be comes under here because other than relative, if it is any gift from other than relative exceed rupees 50,000, then only it is taxable. So here make them total. The total will be 14,400 plus 1,800 plus 4,000 plus 4,000 plus 8,000 plus 8,000 plus 3,600. Okay, total amount will be 43,800. So this is gross income, ORR, income from other sources, IFOS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 item total, 43,800. Income from other sources. After completion, you can write down the notes. First 2 notes. Another one, interest on post office national savings certificates. Write down 3 notes. Like tax free. Okay. 10 substitution 15. Interest from ND National Defense Gold Bonds and 1980. Interest on post office SB account and interest on post office national savings certificates or tax free under section 10 section 15 like this. Then you can write down this one also point. ನೋಟ್ ಇದು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ನೋಟ್ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಒಂದೆರಡು ನೋಟ್ 3 ಸೇರಿಸಿ ನೋಟ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 43,800 ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. This question test your knowledge. I mean do it yourself. I mean homework. Mr. Shri Bhaskar, a professor and resident of India, submit the following for information for computing income from other sources for the assessment year 1920. He is an author of textbook that fetched him a gross salary of rupees 15,000. He claims the following deduction from this amount. So he is the textbook author. He got royalty 50,000, 1,5. Out of this amount should be deducted 2,500, 400, 800. 3 amounts should be deducted from 15,000. ಅಂದರೆ ಇವನು ಬುಕ್ ಆಥರ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಬುಕ್ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ರಾಜ್ಯಧನ 15,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬಂತಂತೆ. 15,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬಂದು ರಾಜ್ಯಧನ ಬುಕ್ ಬರೆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬುಕ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಂದರೆ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಬುಕ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. ಈ ಬುಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವ್ನು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು 2,400, 400 ಮತ್ತು 800. The 2,400 and 800 plus 400, 3 amounts should be deducted from 15,000. ಈ 3 ಅಮೌಂಟ್ A, B, C. These are allowable expenses for under books, textbook. So clerk, salary to clerk 2,500, 400 purchased books less 400. Next telephone expenses 800. These 3 expenses minus from 15,000. I mean subtract from 15,000. Next Sri Bhaskar received, I mean 15,000 minus 2,400, 400, then 800. Next here, Sri Bhaskar received 50 per lecture delivered at the institute. During the year he delivered 24 lectures. He received rupees 50 per lecture, but he did 24 lectures. So 24 into 50, it is taxable. Multiplied 24 into 50, you will get the answer. It is taxable under OS. 1,200. Next is an examiner. 1,400, 1,200. Okay, he has an examiner of number of university. This source gave him a remuneration 2,000. It is taxable under OS. Examiner received from remuneration from examination of university. So 2,000 is taxable. His other incomes were means last year incomes. So here were past tense is there, so that's why the 6,500 had been grasped in the last year. So no need to grasp up, I mean 100 divided by 70. 6,500 into 100 divided by 70 ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಸೇಮ್ ವಿನಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಚೆಸ್ 1,000 ಹಂಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ, ಇದು 6,500 ಹಂಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ. Received interest on Government of England bonds, it is 500 taxable. Received 2,000 as interest on fixed deposit with bank, it is taxable OS. 5,000 rupees, sorry, 2,000 rupees. Here sixth point, these are under fourth point ABC sub points. Here sixth point is there. Received rupees 70,000 winning from lottery after TDS. So before TDS alla, after TDS ide, so 70,000 into 100 divided by 70 must 100 divided by 70, 1 lakh rupees winning from lottery. Income from articles which were published on Economic Times 3,000, it is taxable. Other sources, income from articles. Next, he lives in a rented house, 300 per month. The house is too big for his family, hence he has sublet 1/3. ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹೌಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1/3 ಭಾಗವನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಲೆಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟನಂತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು 150. ಇದನ್ನೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಸೊ 150 into 12 ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 1,800. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ 1,800, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ he lives a rented house paying rent 300 per month. So per month, so minus less allowable expenses or 300 into 12, 3,600. So 3,600 into 1/3, 1,200. 1,800 minus 1,200. Next, is there any other expenses are there? Look at the question fully. Bhaskar ನೋಡ್ರಿ, 300 into 12 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 3,600 ಬಂತು. ಈ 3,600 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು? 1/3 ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಸಬ್ಲೆಟ್. 1/3 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ 1,200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. 1,800 1,200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕಳಿಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ? 1,800 minus 1,200. Then Bhaskar here, Bhaskar has undertaken the liability of paying municipal tax 540 whole house. It means say that 540 into 1/3 whole house. Here ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು whole house is clearly stated whole house. It means say that, so 180 minus 180. So whole house is given, so that's why the whole house should be converted into 1/3. It's subletting income from subletting. So that's why, so for 540 into 1/3. Next, And also the current repairs of whole house, here also whole house is mentioned, so 1/3. 600 ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಡ 1/3 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೋಲ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು 540 ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಹೋಲ್ ಹೌಸಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ 1/3 ತಕ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ 200 minus 200. So 1800 is subletting income. Subletting income heading under rent received. Rent received 1800 less allowable expenses. Paying rent 1200. Municipal tax 180. Repairs 200. 1800 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1200 180 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕಳಿಬೇಕು. Balance will be 220. Balance will be 220 is taxable in outer column. I mean put outer column. So answer is given 1,27,820. So here income from other sources 1,27,820. You can do it yourself. So thank you so much. Have a good day. Have a progressive time. ಯಾರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಚಾನಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೇರೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಕಳಿಸಿ, ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೊ ಮಚ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್.